It's no secret that the Shanghai Dragons massively underperformed last weekend. They went 0-2, losing in 3 maps to Philadelphia and in 5 maps to New York, both teams who had been somewhat struggling up to that point. Now, this begs the question. Shanghai is now 7th in the standings for the Countdown Cup as of now. Will they even be able to make knockouts? In this video, I will answer that question and discuss why they are struggling. Looking at the Philadelphia game, it was clear that they were experimenting. While they certainly had some sloppy plays, a big reason why they lost was because they made the questionable decision to only play Flitter on 2 of the 3 maps. Flitter, possibly the biggest carry in Overwatch history. And even on map 2 when they did play Flitter, they tried out Void Hog for some reason to not great effects. Now, I do have to give credit to the Fusion. They played out of their minds, and even if Shanghai looked shaky and was experimenting a bit, sweeping them is still a massive feat. Then the Nixel game. Shanghai had all their starters. Flitter deadlifted. They didn't make any weird decisions. And they lost. Yes, it was mostly due to the Shanghai, but they still lost. Again, credit where credit is due. Nixel played phenomenally, but under normal circumstances, I don't think New York would have won regularly. Now, why is this? Well, there are a few reasons. Shanghai made a few weird decisions in their game which impacted their results. This is due to their head coach Moon recently coming out and saying that they have been focusing on their mental health by relaxing and spending less time playing Overwatch than normal. This has resulted in them being less in practice than the rest of the teams, who have probably been grinding a ton. Nixel and Hangzhou are competing for the final play-in slot, and Seoul, Philadelphia and Chengdu are likely competing for the number 2 slot as well. In this environment, where Shanghai can take it easy, as they have already locked in a free bye to playoffs, compared to other teams trying their hardest, it's easy to see how some other teams can level up and catch up to them, especially while they are out of practice. Now, these are things that can be fixed, but will they in time for next week? Next week they play Seoul Dynasty. Seoul has looked rather good on the Rush comps recently off the back of Gestures Oriza and Fits and Profits DPS performances. However, every time they play Shanghai just dominates them in every way, shape and form. Seoul just can't touch them. However, if Seoul can win just this once, they will likely go 3-1 at the very least, which would guarantee them the 2nd spot in overall APAC standings and a free bye to playoffs. Can their determination carry them this time? Honestly, I don't think so yet. Shanghai just always has their number and they looked good against New York's Oriza bunker comp, and Seoul seems uncomfortable on the Hammond mirror. But I'll have a better answer this Thursday when I make my prediction video. However, if they can make it close, which I think they will, and take it to map 5, Shanghai will end with a 2-2 with a 0 map differential, assuming they 3-0 Guangzhou, which is still likely. Which, going on past tourneys, is not a qualifying score. So, there you have it. If Shanghai rolls both teams or only drops 1 map, they will likely make it. If Shanghai drops 1 map to both teams, or goes 3-2-1 and sweeps the other, they will most likely not make it. If Shanghai loses more than 3 or more maps or a game, they will definitely not make it. So, I will make my bold prediction. Shanghai will drop 2 maps or even lose to Seoul and will sweep Guangzhou, ultimately missing knockouts altogether. And of course there are other factors, like if Chengdu and New York play especially poorly or Hangzhou gets 0-4 this stage they'll be in a better spot, but I don't see it happening. What a world we live in, back-to-back stage champions to possible not even qualifying. Thanks for watching, and remember to like and subscribe for more. I upload daily videos, and I am trying to hit 100 subs by next season, so any subscription helps greatly. Thanks.